Hello! So I am back with a tea talk, of course, because why else would I have a cup of tea in a video? Actually, to be fair, I might just want a cup of tea, so take that back. This time I have a mug with a P on it. It is from my friend Deshani. She got it me when I first came to uni. And yes, it's a very nice size mug. It's nice and thin at the top, which is always enjoyable. I think it's nice to drink out of mugs that are like thinner at the top. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Here we are. It's quite sugary actually. I only put one sugar in, but it's very, very sweet. So today I am basically doing a tea talk on kind of like self-love, but I don't want it to sound like cheesy. I feel like I'm not too sure what to title it because I don't want to title it self-love and it sound really cheesy, but I also think that is kind of what I'm talking about, so gotta name it something. But yeah, so I just thought I would have a tea talk, just have kind of a bit of an update with you guys, and also just talk to you about a few things that I've kind of discovered over the past like couple months. So firstly, I'm just going to do this. It's like ripping off a band-aid, as some people say, Americans say, or a plaster like we say in England. So I'm just going to do it really quickly, but basically I am now single. It is not like a really bad breakup or anything like that. It was a mutual decision, the end. That's all I kind of need to divulge. But basically I'm single now, and I've kind of just started doing a lot of stuff for myself because I can. And I've kind of found a couple of things that I've really enjoyed, and I just kind of realised how important it actually is to kind of focus on yourself, and also to make sure that you're not relying on another person, because I feel like I kind of was doing that, definitely, and especially because I think, obviously I've mentioned to you guys before that I have anxiety and stuff like that, and I think, I don't know what that noise was, I think it's very important to focus on yourself and just kind of you be the support that you need. Obviously, like, it's good to have friends and stuff like that. I'm not saying like the only person that you should have yourself, but it's so important to kind of like be in touch with yourself and do stuff for yourself and just do things that make you happy instead of trying to put someone else before yourself. And I think that is kind of a problem that I've had in quite a few relationships, that I don't tend to do stuff for me. The other person tends to become a priority. So now I'm basically just focusing on myself, and I've done a couple of things that have been really good, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it, and my opinions on how important it is to kind of like care for yourself. Like, it's not just like, oh, you're single, make sure you take care for yourself. If you're in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, if you're doing whatever with your life, it's very important, I think, to take care of yourself and do what you want to do in life, because at the end of the day it's yours. So it makes sense. So I'm going to put my tea down. It's crazy sweet. I don't understand that. I literally put 1 teaspoon in. I mean, usually I guess I usually drink out of a slightly larger mug. But now the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is bullet journaling. Now, I'm not going to profess to be an amazing bullet journaler. I'm not going to say that I am the bee's knees at it or anything like that. I'm brand new to it, and some of the stuff in here is really bad. But I just think it's quite important to kind of like have stuff and goals for yourself and things. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to start updating this because we're now in May. So I need to start sorting it out. But I started off my first page with 2018 goals. I like the post-it note kind of look of it. Don't really like this. I've basically used this bullet journal in a way to organise myself, but also to kind of use it almost as a bit of like, in my bullet journal, to be fair, I call it word therapy. So I don't have to burden someone else with anything. I can just kind of sometimes write all my stuff down in one place, but in a positive way. So I write a lot of positive stuff in here, so then when I look back at it, I can look at like the good stuff in those months and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm using this for. But yeah, I've got 2018 goals. So far I've got 3. I've got a bit more space for some more, just in case, because I thought, well, I might get some more things that happen over the year. First one is get fit and be way more confident. Now I am back at the gym. I'm working out most days, trying to do it before class and stuff like that, and I've got a gym buddy, which is nice. So yeah, I'm just trying to get fit and feel a lot better about myself, because I did get into a point where I was getting into a rut and I was just eating rubbish, and that's not good for anyone. So since about Easter time, I've been working out hard. Sorry about the click of my elbow there. And you know what? I am starting to see results, which is nice. So, you know, work hard, pays off. And then I've got one of my favourite quotes. I don't like this flower that I did, so ignore it, but I like this. And it says, a life lived for art is never a life wasted. It's actually on my like Instagram and Twitter and all of that jazz because I am cool. It is actually a quote from 10,000 Hours by Macklemore, which is it's just my favourite song. I listen to it before I do anything. I listened to it before I had my devising piece performed, just on my own. I listen to it before anything big happens. And I just think it's a really, really inspiring song, and if you need a bit of a kick up the arse, it's a good one. Especially if you're like in kind of like more creative kind of line of work and stuff. I mean, I'm not in a creative line of work, I'm at drama school, but you know what I mean, you get my gist. Second one is places I've been this year, and I did like a little paper plane. So far it's just Edinburgh, but we'll add to that, it's fine. And then here is just a little memory bank, and the first one is April seeing Macklemore live with my mama, because it's really good. Second time I've seen him as well. And I've left another page free just because I just thought, just in case it tends to be, there's gonna like, it fills up and there's loads of memories, then I've got another page. And then here I've just got a little word therapy thing, and you can see I've done little stars and stuff. And then here is my April page, and I've just kind of got like more goals again, small ones and big ones. And then my final page so far is April reads. What I'm planning to do is kind of like write what books I've read and then give them a little review here. I want to try and read a book a month. I actually haven't finished the book that I started in April, so that's obviously already going well, but I can still finish it and start a new one. And on the line of books, because I absolutely love reading, and I think when I first became single, I was like, I kind of wanted to treat myself to a couple of things, but I was like, I'm not going to treat myself to clothes because I'm not going to buy any new clothes. I vowed to myself I wasn't going to buy any new clothes until I lost a certain amount of weight and felt really comfortable in myself, because I was like, until I can feel comfortable in the clothes that I already own, I am not allowing myself to buy new stuff. So I thought I do want to treat myself, which is why I got my bullet journal, and I also got some books. This one actually isn't one that I bought. This is one that I've been waiting for my mum to finish so I could read it. A long time ago for my birthday, I got given Me Before You, the first one, by my, I guess we can call her an auntie. She's not an auntie, but she kind of is, called Catherine, and she kind of works at publishers and stuff like that, so we always get really great books for her for birthdays and stuff, and she gave me Before You. And I loved it, my mum loved it, and we're a bit obsessed. So she finally finished Me After You, so I can finally read it because I think it's really great, and I love the way that Jojo Moyes writes. I think that's how you say her last name, might not be. There we go. And then I also bought these two, which I'm so excited about. This one is called The Power by Naomi Alderman, and it is basically, it says, all over the world, women are discovering they have the power. With a flick of the fingers, they can inflict terrible pain, even death. Suddenly, every man on the planet finds they've lost control. The day the girls has arrived, but where will it end? And it's won a little Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction award last year, and I've heard a lot about power, so I thought it'd be a really interesting read, so I picked it up. And I also picked up The Hate That You Give. I don't know a lot about this, I'm not gonna lie to you. On the back, all it says is, what's the point of having a voice if you're gonna be silent? And it's won like a Young Readers Award in Waterstones, I believe. It's by Angie Thomas. And I really enjoy it. But what I really want to do as well is I want to start doing book reviews when I finish them, just because I love books and it'll make me read more. I'm asking for a Kindle for my birthday as well, so I can kind of read a lot more, and it's easier to transport and stuff like that. It's like, it's not as heavy as carrying loads of books with you on holiday and stuff, which is sad because I love books. Like, I love holding them, I love the way they smell, I appreciate the fact that it's got yellow on the outside, like silly things like that, but I think having a Kindle will just make life a little bit easier. But yeah, so it's The Hate That You Give, Thug for short, and I'm very intrigued by it. But yeah, I'm very, very happy. I've also dyed my hair, and I cut it, because that's the thing, isn't it? It seems to be a thing when someone like has a breakup, they like cut their hair and change it. I just needed a trim, to be honest, and also I'm going a bit grey, so I went darker. Cheers to that. Sometimes things like this, like bigger changes in your life, sometimes are actually a really good, sometimes they happen and obviously you're sad about it and stuff, but I feel so motivated. I feel like I've kind of been pushed. I was kind of in a bit of a rut. This is nothing to do with said relationship, this is just for me. I felt like I lost motivation and I wasn't caring anymore about stuff that I was doing, and I wasn't putting effort in on anything that I wanted to do. I kind of fell behind with a lot of stuff, and just I was in my own head about a lot of things, and now I feel like I'm kind of coming into my own a little bit more. I'm in a much more healthy mindset, and that's nothing to do with like the relationship or anything. I just feel like now I am on my own, I feel like I'm overcoming that so much more and so much better. It's hard to explain. Basically, it's like the breakup has been really, really positive for me, but it's nothing to do with the relationship at all, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, I feel like I needed something like that. I feel like I personally needed like something to push me and to get me out of it and to force me out of it and just be like, Phoebe, wake up. Like, you need to start working harder and you need to pick yourself up and do what you love again, because you're not doing that and it is making you sad, like very sad, like a bad sad. And I think that was my problem. So over Easter, my mum kind of got me in a health kick. We went to yoga a lot, and I've really gotten into it. I really want to get, I've left my yoga mat at home sad times, but I'm tempted to get another one. I don't have loads of space in this room, but put one down here and kind of like do some meditation every now and then, because I think it's very important to kind of have time to just completely empty your mind. And I really enjoyed like having that time with my mum and stuff as well, and I had a lot of time with my friends, and it was just a really good break for me from everything. And yeah, I'm just feeling really good. So that's me, that's my tea talk. I hope you've all enjoyed. Again, if you ever have ideas for tea talks, please let me know, and I would more than happily consider them and probably do them, let's be honest. And yeah, so if there's anything you want to see from me or any questions you want me to answer, I would happily do that. I'd love to do a Q&A, but I feel like if I just randomly tweeted about a Q&A, I'd get like one question. So if you leave any comments or something, please let me know, because I'd really like to do one. And I also really want to do a drunk video with my cousin, because I think that'd be hilarious. So that's good. But yeah, so let me know what you want to see, and I shall definitely do it. And yeah, I shall see you very, very soon for another video. It's been nice chatting to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. It went just like this. No, it's never been better than the summer of 2000.